Hello, my name is Blossoms and welcome to another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Noelle. I recently got her to C6 here, and the 1.3 Geo buff just came out, and I've got to say she is absolutely insane now, and I'd highly recommend you guys to build yours even if you don't have C6, as she's just become a lot stronger with the Geo buffs in general. And I'm going to go ahead and show off my build here, and hopefully it influences you guys to maybe try out your own Noelles. So first and foremost, I will show you my talent levels here. I have 6, 8, and 9. I'm obviously getting a +3 on breastplate and sweeping time from the constellations here. And there is one thing I wanted to note for all of you Noelle guys out there, is the fact that the actual modifiers on the normal attack do affect the damage during your sweeping time. So that is incredibly important to know, because if you have level 1 normal attack and level 9 sweeping time, you're not going to be dealing nearly as much damage as I am with a level 6 normal attack and a level 9 sweeping time. So just keep that in mind. If you feel like you're not doing enough damage and you have low normal attack talents, that's probably why. And then, as I said, I do have C6 here, and C6 does make a huge difference as she gains an additional 50% of her defense to her attack in sweeping time, and it increases the duration based off of opponents defeated up to 10 seconds. It's really strong, and I highly recommend it. Moving on to artifacts here, I did go with the 4-piece retracing bolide. That's kind of what I had in the beginning. Last time in my last Noelle build, I had mostly 4-star artifacts on her, and now basically I just moved that same set on up to the 5 stars, but I do have one different main stat here, and I will talk about that in just a second. So first of all, let's talk about these main stats. I got defense percent, geo damage bonus, and crit rate here. And I used to have defense percent right here, and I do say that isn't a bad option on Noelle. However, if you do start to get yourself some good substats to where you can get good defense without, another defense crown here, then crit rate is going to be the option for you. And what I mean by that is, on my goblet here, I have a little bit of defense percent and a little bit of flat defense. And then on my feather here, I have a big defense percent and a little bit of flat defense, which is helping me out immensely. And I'll actually show you here. So without this feather right here, I'll go to this little feather right here, and my attributes just went from 1800 attack to 16, almost 1700 attack. But you can kind of see the point that I'm trying to make, where I lose like a good amount of defense just by not having, this defense percent substat. So that's something you want to keep in mind. But yeah, defense percent, geo damage bonus, and crit rate here. And the substats you are going to want to be focusing on are obviously things like defense percent right here. Attack percent is really nice, and then crit rate and crit damage are going to be some of your most important. But do not forget about energy recharge, as that is very important as well. I don't really have many energy recharge substats on here at all. I have one energy recharge substat, and obviously I definitely need a lot more for my Noelle, because she does struggle keeping up her sweeping time up all the time. That's why I kind of use her as a sub DPS / healer / tank right now, because she does do it all, by the way. And if I had a little bit more energy recharge, I could probably guarantee myself to use her as a main DPS. Now, as I said, I've got some pretty solid subsets here. Good attack percent, a little bit of crit rate, a lot of crit damage on this. Good attack percent, good defense, a little bit of energy recharge, flat defense, can't complain about that. This is my weakest link right here. Nothing here is really helping us out except the flat defense and crit rate, and that's a-okay. I do want to get a better Sands though. And then the geo damage bonus here is rock solid, as we are getting that crit damage and a little bit of defense percent. And yeah, basically I just want to maybe meld the substats a little bit differently, but I probably wouldn't change much about this at all. And then on to weapons, I think White Blind is still best in slot for Noelle. I think some of the 5 stars do outpace it in terms of like damage, like I think Skyward Pride or something does. But in my opinion, this is just a way more fun weapon to use. The attack and defense increase is invaluable, and the defense percent substat helps a ton for your actual defense value. So I personally prefer this, and especially once you start getting those refinement ranks up, I cannot wait to get mine to refinement rank 5. I think it does even start to outpace a couple of those 5 stars at low refinement ranks, but I could be wrong. I can't tell you guys. I've run all of the numbers there, but White Blind is definitely my weapon of choice. Other 4-star alternatives, if you don't have White Blind, you are going to struggle because of the fact that White Blind has that defense percent substat. But I think the next best one would probably be the Favonius Greatsword, just because of the fact that it has high energy recharge substat, and it will generate energy for Noelle, which she doesn't really generate any energy herself, so she often has to rely on teammates. But this would make it to where she can actually generate some energy herself on some crits there, which would be really, really strong, and that would actually keep your sweeping time up almost all the time. And that's pretty much it for the general build there, but we do have the actual stats here for those of you interested. Obviously, I want to get my crit rate up just a little bit more and my crit damage up a bit more if possible, but I do have the solid ratio here of the 2-to-1, which is pretty good, which so I definitely can't complain too much. A little bit of more in both would obviously help. And then, as I said, energy recharge definitely needs to go up. I personally want to shoot for 130 energy recharge on her, as I think that will help out significantly. I don't think it'll be the best energy recharge for her, but you start sacrificing some stuff if you focus too much on energy recharge. And if you are worried about your energy recharge, then maybe the Favonius Greatsword is a better option for you personally. Then you see my shield strength here is up 50%. That is because I currently have the retracing bolide on, and then not only that, I currently have a dual geo team, so I'm getting an extra 15%. So that's something important. I highly, highly, highly recommend running her with another Geo unit like Albedo or Ningguang right now, as the Geo Resonance buff is so good on her and pretty much any other Geo character. I will be doing a video on my general thoughts of the new Geo buff relatively soon, so stay tuned for that. And then her actual Geo damage bonus here is only 46.6% because we are only getting the benefits from the goblet. We don't have any set bonuses or anything that are helping that out. There is one more thing I wanted to mention here on Noelle, is the fact that I have 1800 defense, and I just got her to this ascension rank of 70/80, and I want you guys to know that the moment I ascended from the 60-70 range to the 70-80 range, my defense went up from 1600 to 1800% due to her hidden ascension bonus being defense percent, and it increased my defense by 200, which is quite the significant margin. So the ascensions here on Noelle, definitely don't sleep on those. If you were sitting at the 70 range like I was for a very long time, go ahead, get those mats, get her to the 70-80 range. Thank me later, as it has definitely helped out a ton. Now we're gonna go ahead and actually bully the cryo Regisvine here. I do have Albedo on the team. I'm going to use the Geo bonus here. If I can figure out where I'm going. I am going to use the Geo bonus here with Albedo, so I'm going to put down Albedo's E and have Noelle just do her Q. And we're just going to use Bennett to take down the shield. We're not going to use his Q or anything, so don't worry about that. And you guys can probably then get an idea of just how strong she is. We'll go ahead and do some spin to win here, just so you guys have an idea of how hard this can actually be. And yeah, she's doing quite the significant amount of damage, if you couldn't tell. The shield break there also does really solid damage. You see, even when the Pyro Regisvine's up, she's still doing some pretty good damage. The Geo buff here definitely is nothing to scoff at. I do want you guys to note that we almost one-phased a Cryo Regisvine with just Noelle and Albedo. If we popped down Bennett's Q, we could have obviously probably one-phased that quite easily. So that's just something you want to keep in mind as well. I also want to see if I can get her Q back here real quick, just to give you guys an idea of how much attack bonus she's actually getting. So I'm going to go ahead and get some energy for her, and I'll show off the actual attack bonus she gets here in just a second. So I went ahead and I got her Q here again, and I'm actually going to give you guys an idea of just how much her attack increases from 1000 and 1800 defense here. The C6 increase here is quite insane. So check this out. We cast her Q. It was just at 1000, and now it's at 3250 attack from 1000 attack. So she's just gained 2200 attack, which is absolutely ridiculous. And as you can see, the Constellation 6 is really putting in the work here. She starts to deal some pretty darn good damage. You see we're starting to hit like 9,000 and whatnot there. And we probably would have been able to do some more consistent damage if I just had a little bit higher crit rate. but that'll come with time. And I just kind of wanted to get this out there that Noelle is particularly really darn strong right now, especially with the Geo Resonance buff. She pairs extremely well with Ningguang and Albedo right now. They are very good energy generators for her, and also good units to pair with her, as they're going to be able to dish out some Geo damage to go ahead and execute the debuff for the Geo Resonance bonus, which is really, really good. So yeah, that's just a general idea of how Noelle works right now, how strong she can actually be. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pop into the open world here real quick, just to give you guys an extra idea of how strong she is there, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Let's go ahead and give you guys an idea of just how strong she can be in the open world. Nothing too fancy here. I'm just going to be using Albedo and Noelle for the most part. Just going to try and get this guy off of his little ivory tower. And let's go ahead and show just how strong Albedo and Noelle together with the new Geo Resonance buffs and the C6 Noelle can be. Yeah, we didn't even need to take down that tower. This guy's already getting absolutely demolished. But yeah. Extending the duration with each kill, by the way, which is also going to help you get more energy because of the fact that you do get energy from kills. So that is important to know, as well as getting opponents down certain amounts of health is going to help. We used Bennett there. I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, you see, we just kind of destroyed everything, no problem. Getting her Q back wasn't that hard. We weren't even really using other units that hard either. So you can see with a little bit of extra energy recharge, hitting that like 130% range is probably going to be the most beneficial. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. I just kind of want to do a brief Noelle update for y'all, just to go ahead and show you guys just how strong she is at C6, 1, and 2, just how strong she is with the Geo Resonance buffs, as I think she is absolutely incredible now. And I'm definitely going to be using her quite often, especially in Abyss, as she's going to be keeping my team alive and dishing out huge amounts of damage. So she's definitely going to be a big part of my teams in Abyss, and I do enjoy using her even in the open world, even when I'm giving up my reactions by having a dual Geo team in Zhao. I'm just having a blast regardless. So I highly recommend you at least try her out with another Geo character, and if you have C6, please God, just build her. She is absolutely incredible. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. My name is Blossoms, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.